I'm Wrestling Days, and you're watching to my phenomenal figures, the best channel on all of YouTube.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video here today from my Fun Figures. In this video today we've got my review on WWE Elimination Chamber 2024, and as it says in the title, WWE Elimination Chamber was predictable. In my opinion, this was the most predictable show that they had going into it. I've predicted every match right. I knew every outcome was so predictable that I thought that they were going to do one shock result on this show, and they did not shock me at all. They did not give one shock result on the full show. Now, I wanted Drew and Becky to win the chamber matches, but I would have been fine if Liv was to win the chamber match and then Becky was to somehow just squeeze her way into Rhea versus Liv. And they could have easily done Rhea versus Becky versus Liv at WrestleMania. And honestly, it could have been better as a triple threat, and it would have made the show better, and it would have made it less predictable. Also, at the end of the show, I thought that they were going to do Rhea and Becky having a face-to-face encounter, but they didn't even. So yeah, let's get into the first match, which was it's hard to film, but yeah, which was the Women's Elimination Chamber. Basically, it was a good match. I thought there were some good spots there. I think the MVP of this match, who probably had the best spots, was Tiffany Stratton. I thought they showcased her very good in this match. She had a good spot from the top rope, or not from the top rope, from the top of the pod onto everyone. She's actually a really good wrestler. She done some cool moves in the match. But yeah, I thought she was probably the best match. Like, if they were showcasing one superstar to do, normally in the Elimination Chamber match, they always have like the different superstar who's going to do all these crazy kind of spots. She was kind of the person who did it this year. Thought they did a good job of showcasing her, because some people might not be too familiar with her. I don't really know that much about her. I've seen a little bit of her in NXT, but I thought she was a good wrestler. Naomi was also pretty good in this match. And then other than that, I thought the best three other than that was probably these three. One thing that was interesting in this match that happened, that Liv Morgan eliminated Bianca Belair. You know what? I'd actually be interested if Liv Morgan and Bianca Belair were to have a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. I think that could be a good match, and it's a bit different. You know, Bianca, she's not going for a title this year at WrestleMania. I think it's good. They give her a break from the title for a while. But yeah, Becky ends up picking up the W, as I predicted. Very predictable match. Good match, though. Open the show. And Becky versus Rhea should be a good match, but yet again, just very predictable. The next match was for the tag team titles. It was Judgment Day versus New Catch Republic. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate is definitely the better member out of these two. He's very funny. I think he's more entertaining than Pete Dunne right now, in my opinion. This was a good match, but everybody knew that Judgment Day was going to win. New Catch Republic, bad name. Their theme song was very bad. I'm not a big fan of this name, but I do like them as a tag team. I definitely think Tyler Bate he's entertaining. He has some funny things to him. His funny foot move. I mentioned this in the last video. But as I said in my predictions, don't think that this should have been the match for Elimination Chamber in a show in Australia. Two UK superstars. Like, if this was in the UK, would have been fine with this. They pulled the trigger on changing Butch to be done way too late, in my opinion. They should have done this back in London at Money in the Bank when everyone wanted to happen, but they only did it like recently, and they basically showcased them at Australia instead of the UK. Way too slow, in my opinion, on that. That should have been done ages ago. But yeah, like I said, this match was way too predictable, and they should have had a different tag team go up against them here. They could have, honestly, I would have just rathered if they gave this to Awesome Truth here. They gave this to Awesome Truth here, and they beat them for the tag titles. And then Damian Priest and Finn Balor could have led into WrestleMania, not as the tag champs, because now they're going to go into WrestleMania as tag champs. Damian still has a goddamn briefcase, and I have no clue what they're going to end up doing with that. But just my thoughts on that. I thought that they should have just done Awesome Truth. They could have beat them. Would have got a way louder reaction. Would have been a shock moment. They could have given something different to Perth, to Australia. They could have given me an actual shock moment that wasn't so predictable. This match was just predictable. Good match, though. I thought Tyler Bate definitely was the best wrestler in this match. He's a really good wrestler. Then we had the Grayson Waller effect, right? So basically, Grayson introduced Cody, introduced Seth. He kind of was just like, what's it like? on the Rock side, right? Saying like, oh, Cody, you took away the biggest main event that we wanted, which was Rock versus Roman. Basically, no one actually wanted this. Basically, he was like getting them two riled up, getting Cody, getting Zet riled up. The crowd was saying Rock sucks. The crowd got a great reaction for Grayson Waller. It was great to see Grayson in front of the hometown, but I honestly think they should have gave Grayson Waller a match here. They should have, like I said, they could have just done A-Town Down Under versus the Judgment Day for the tag titles, or they could have just done Grayson versus someone on the roster. There's multiple different guys out there. You could have gave him a match. You could have gave him a match against Carmelo Hayes. He's kind of had a feud with him in the past, and they could just put on a banger. I think Grayson Waller should have wrestled here because this segment was not that great, in my opinion. The only thing that it did set up was Austin Theory versus Grayson Waller. So basically, Austin Theory was doing a bunch of rock lines, and then basically Cody and Zet just attacked him. Grayson was on the mic, right? Saying, oh, another great scoop on the Grayson Waller effect. Theory wipes aggressively takes the mic out of Grayson's hand and says a bunch of rock lines, right? Grayson basically just stands back and lets that happen, and then lets Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins beat up Austin Theory and make him look like a fool. Austin Theory got way too much spotlight in this Grayson Waller effect. Other than Grayson Waller, I thought this was a bit ridiculous. And I think this is definitely going to lead to Grayson Waller versus Austin Theory at WrestleMania, which should be good. And hopefully Grayson Waller wins, because hopefully that's it. I hope Grayson's like, oh, you stole my spotlight at the Grayson Waller effect in Australia. That could be a great feud. But overall, glad that Grayson got a reaction. I'm sure he was happy that he got on the Australian show. But personally, I just would have liked them to give Grayson Waller something better, because I think he's one of the best. Sorry if I'm shaking a little. Best people on TV right now. Just my opinion on that. Then we had the next match after that was Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax, which was a terrible wrestling match, which was predictable. I'm sorry, this match was just bad. Rhea Ripley deserved a better match, in my opinion. A better challenger. Someone way better than Nia Jax. They could have just done Becky versus Rhea here. They should have just done Becky versus Rhea here. It would have been so much better. I hate the way that WWE around this time keeps everything big for WrestleMania. I think Australia, honestly, deserved to get Becky versus Rhea at this match, or at this show, because I think that Becky's going to lose anyways. I think Rhea's going to retain the title anyways, because I think they're going to give Rhea Ripley a very long title reign. This match was weak. Everyone knew that Rhea Ripley was winning. I'm sure the Australians enjoyed the show. I'm sure it was a fun show to be at. But overall, the show was just too predictable and a bit like mid and just flat. A bit flat, wasn't the greatest watch. Like everything on this show was just super predictable, in my opinion. Men's chamber match, women's chamber match, tag team match. This match was very predictable, very kind of boring, bad wrestling match. Great for Rhea Ripley that she got to wrestle in front of her home crowd and all this. But, I just thought they should have gave Rhea Ripley a better match here. Good wrestler. They're top women's wrestler right now, and she got a terrible match against Nia Jax. God. I'm sure she's happy with it, for the rest of Australia. But for the viewers, I thought it was bad. One thing that I do want to mention, forgot to mention this, AJ Styles. Finally, they actually are doing something good with AJ Styles. He attacked LA Knight, attacked him with the chair, beat the hell out of him, and then Drew McIntyre pinned him. Drew McIntyre got a lot of eliminations in this. Eliminated Kevin, Bobby, and Randy. God, that's a lot of people. Just saying. Randy eliminated Logan as well. I forgot to mention that. Logan versus Randy, that should cook at WrestleMania. So we are getting some. WrestleMania is shaping up to be an amazing show. But the road to WrestleMania, in my opinion, always way too predictable. This, LA Knight getting attacked by AJ Styles, this was great. Hopefully AJ actually beats LA Knight at WrestleMania and we don't just get, LA Knight beats AJ Styles. Like, they bury AJ every year at WrestleMania. They better give him the win here. So, yeah, WrestleMania is definitely going to be a good show. Overall, though, for this show, a 7 out of 10. I thought that the wrestling was great on the show. Way too predictable, though, in my opinion. That's all I got to say. Crowd was good, though. Wrestling was good. Way too predictable. WWE is always too predictable around this time. But thank you a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to My Fun Figures. My Fun Figures.